Welcome back to River City Live. Just moments ago, we were talking about all the things to do in St. Augustine. And every time you go here, you discover something new. And right now, we're in this beautiful place. It's the Villa Zorayda.
And we are joined by Jim and Marcia Biles. They're the curators. However, there's a connection beyond that. And Marcia, let's start first of all by asking you, what is your maiden name?
Now, my maiden name is Masalem.
And why is that important?
The villa's second owner was Abraham Masalem, and he was my grandfather. He purchased the villa in 1913, so it's been in my family for 103 years.
Wow, and you said even your grandmother lived. Your father, as a toddler, lived right in here.
Right, he grew up here for a couple of years before they turned this into a museum.
So cool.
Yeah, this place is absolutely amazing. You really have to come here to check it out. Now, Jim, before we were on, we were talking about just the architecture and the rich history. Can you talk about that?
Sure. The Villa Zorayda is modeled after the Alhambra in Granada, Spain. That was Franklin Smith's inspiration. He brought in elements from around the world to create that vision of what he saw in the Alhambra. The tiles we're standing on, for example, are 250 years old from Sevilla, Spain. We have tiles that date back to the 14th century from Egypt. And probably the most spectacular thing here in the villa is that beautiful lacy looking treatment that you see surrounding the Moorish horseshoe-shaped arches. These are actually traceries that were produced in the same molds carved by the Moors in the 13th century for the real Alhambra. So you are looking at the walls of the Alhambra when you enter the Villa Zorayda Museum.
So how do you upkeep this place? Because, I mean, if you look around, just all the details and all the different types of materials and things are hundreds of years old. How does that work?
Well, the villa was actually closed from 2000 to 2008, and we went through an intense restoration. For the first 5 years, one piece went out, was restored, and brought back in one at a time. The last 3 years of the restoration, Marcia and I came aboard, and we were here 6 days a week while carpenters, restorers, were running around, plumbers, trying to bring back the beautiful villa. It had been pretty much neglected over the years, so we brought it back to its original glory.
And they did an outstanding job with it.
They sure did. Marcia, can you talk a little bit about who comes to visit and what goes on here during the holidays?
Oh, we have a spectacular candlelight tour that we just do on select evenings during the Nights of Lights. We have over 100 candles throughout the museum, and of course you see our beautiful Christmas tree here in the center of the court. It's a docent-led tour. 2 docents, Jim and I both, give the tour, but it's really a very special, unique, very historic tour and a very personal tour as well.
Amazing. It's just absolutely gorgeous, whether you're an antique lover, a history buff, or you just want to be somewhere like you've never seen before, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You really have to come here to experience it because TV only does so much. It's magical in here. And I love the idea when you talk about the Nights of Lights tours that you have, candlelit throughout. So that's something we're going to have to come back and check out. Again, all the information will be on our website, rivercitylivetv.com. We really appreciate you guys opening up the doors and letting us in and letting us behind the velvet ropes that you see all around here.
Yeah.
As you're talking about how...
We must be.
As you're talking about like all the curation and everything you had to do to keep it, I'm glad that we get to stand here.
They clearly don't know how clumsy I am personally, but that's okay. I'll stay in my
Out
lane.
eating.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much. We hope that you'll come and visit, and we have so much more to show you in St. Augustine, so do not go anywhere.